to come upon the dais. Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause. Good afternoon to all. I request the distinct dignitaries to come upon the dais. Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause. It's crazy how fast time flies and how things progress. Today is the last day of NASA 2022. Now I request Dr. Sudipta Chakraborty, Coordinator BAG, to address the gathering.
Respected Dr. H.J. Pant, Head Isotope and Radiation Applications Division BARC, and the guest of today's program, Professor Dinda, the local convener of this program, and Professor Shamal, the co-convener of the program. So we have almost come to the end of our 5-day workshop. I hope all of you liked it and enjoyed it in participating in this workshop. Overall, experts from different fields of BARC I have seen delivered 16 lectures on basics of nuclear chemistry, reactor technology, radiation protection, and radioisotope applications. And I am very happy to note that the majority of the participants, particularly the students, they themselves carry out experiment. They have counted radioactivity, even they have obtained the gamma ray spectrum of cesium-137 and cobalt-60 using these detectors. That is very satisfying to me as the program coordinator from BARC side. That is precisely the one what we wanted in these kinds of outreach programs. And my wish, my sincere wish, I should tell, that I want to see in a couple of years down the line, the chemistry curriculum of NIT Rourkela have a course in nuclear and radiochemistry and radiation applications and some practicals also. That will be the final culmination of all our effort, and I am sure that something like that would happen in near future. And let me assure to all the faculties of this institute that we will be ever ready, or at any time will come in any help in achieving that particular goal. And at the end, I want to thank the organizers, the team led by Professor Dinda, Professor Samal, Professor Patel, who has very nicely organized, and the hospitality we have enjoyed. We are here almost for 7 days from now, from last Sunday, and the overall hospitality in guest house here we have enjoyed with them as host, and we are really indebted for this to them. And with that, I want to, on behalf of IANCAS, I want to thank everybody for all the facilities, everything you have provided. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your remembering words. Now I request our guest of honor of the valedictory function, Dr. H.J. Pant, Head of Isotope and Radiation Application Division, BARC, to address the gathering.
Very good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank IANCAS and the local organizers for organizing this workshop on a very important topic, that is nuclear science and application of radioisotopes. And I also thank them for making me a part of this workshop. Actually, the main aim of this conducting such workshop is that to create the awareness among the students, among the faculty members, and introduce them the, application of nuclear science and technology. So that I think this was the main aim, and I think this aim has been fulfilled partly because this I could see from the quiz actually. Most of the students, they answered even the very nice questions and very difficult questions they could answer. So from the quiz, I could guess that you really have been benefited and you really were attentive during the lectures. So congratulations to you. And from here, actually, now I will say that you are the ambassadors of BRC now, because we have now told you that what are the applications of radioisotopes and radiation technology, and now it is your duty to spread the message to the other people. You see, you should tell, because generally there is a phobia in a public's mind. Your parents also feel when you talk about the radiation and radioisotope, generally people feel ki are isse dur raho. Actually, that is not the case actually. And BRC, when it comes to BRC's name, the first thing in your mind will come that BRC means it is a nuclear bomb or something like that. It's not like that actually. We are Department of Atomic Energy is doing a lot of work on societal benefits of nuclear science and technology, and these technologies are very, very, very wonderful actually. And all over not only in India, they are being used all over the world actually. And healthcare, food industry, there are these are the area, water resources management. And in India, we are we are the pioneers in the application of radioisotopes in healthcare, agriculture. But I think in industry, still a lot of things have to be done actually. And this is one area which really needs a lot of attention, and which needs lots of effort actually. So I would request all of you that spread this message that how the radioisotopes and nuclear radiation technology can be used in the industry for the day. Yeah. And I'm sure that after I do not know, some of you may be a MSc student and PhD students, and I would there are a lot of job opportunities in BRC for people for BTech, chemical, mechanical. For engineering students, they can write the exams and they can appear in the exams and get. So there are a lot of job opportunities for the students in BRC. Even after you can join after PhD also, there will be some scope. Or the postdoctoral fellowship is there, KR Krishnan fellowship is there. And BRC is also now hiring the lot of PhD students. And then recently they have hired 133 PhD students to work. And then after the PhD, maybe probably they may be, some of them maybe get absorbed. So there are a lot of employment opportunities also for you in BRC. Also, I would request you, or some of you are doing PhD. That's what I was told, and you can also look for some collaboration in BRC. You can come there for few months or few weeks and work in our laboratories. If you want to come in isotope and radiation application division, I will help you. You can get in touch with me. You have my email ID, you have my phone number. You can take and get in contact with me if you want any kind of want to work in any kind of radioisotope application in industry. So that is one thing, and there will be other people like Sudipto and others. If you want to work in healthcare application, he is the person you can contact. So the takeaway from this workshop is that students, you have to be. I am sure that you have got a lot of awareness about the application of nuclear science and technology. That is one thing I am quite happy from the quiz you are really, you understood. Second thing is that you should, you should initiate some collaboration with BRC. Then you can also look for some, job opportunities in BRCs. So these are the things, from, this kind of workshop you should, you must have been benefited. And the faculties, I would request faculties that they can initiate some BRNS project, and I will personally, help them to, to formulate the BRNS projects and get them, reviewed and try to help you to get the BRNS project. So that kind of, things can also be done. So I don't want to take much time, but my message to you is that please spread the, this message that how the, nuclear science and technology can be used for the benefit of the common man, benefit of the public. And please, you have to now convince other people that they have the radiation phobia in their mind. Please try to remove that phobia. Radioisotope techniques are very, very safe techniques, very, very useful techniques. And this phobia, which is in even in the very educated person, they have the phobia. So, which is.
Thank you.
Can you switch on the power system such that we can have microphone connected, audio and video maybe? Is it not possible?
No, Subham, that side you go and switch on that red button.
ठीक है, स्ट्रीमिंग नहीं चलेगा, but power आ जाएगा ना, sound
I think now it will come. Pratik, now can you check?
Yes. Let's continue without live streaming. Live streaming interrupted to YouTube due to this power cut.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. It is my pleasure to reveal that BARC Mumbai is donating 2 instruments for the development of NIT Rourkela. I now request BARC Mumbai to donate the instruments to our Rupam Dinda. Please protect everybody. Please put a huge. Thank you, sir. Now I request our guests to give upon the certificates to the participants.
Certificate.
Sir, I'll read out.
So we'll just announce the name of few of the participants. It is not possible to distribute to all. It will take long time. So few of the participants, we have the certificate.
Savana Patel.
You please come and take your certificate. If you are around.
Prabhat Kumar Swai.
Please come. Please give some time.
Prasanta Mahanta.
Please come. Sir will hand over. Prabhat Kumar.
Prasanta Mahanta.
Prasant Kumar.
Mangalam Subramanyam Akash.
Autonomous college. The name of the college. Where is he now? A good name?
Akash.
Akash.
Manas Ranjan Swai. Naresh Behra. Vishal Rao. Vishal Rao. Swagat Kumar.
Pleasant good afternoon and a warm welcome to our honorable chief guest, our esteemed dignitaries and participants who are present here for this valedictory session of BRNS-IANCAS National Workshop 2022. Participants were very enthusiastic throughout the workshop, and I'm sure that all the participants must have benefited by attending this workshop. It has been almost 2 years that we had any offline sessions or workshops or meetings, and today we are here with our speakers in front of us who has inspired most of us to pursue our journeys in the field of nuclear sciences without any fear, and in fact they made this field more interesting than any one of us thought it would be. Personally, I would like to thank Dr. Hejje Pant, Dr. A.K. Nandip Basu for making me gain more interest in radioactive elements. I have enjoyed this session very much. I'm very happy to say this, that I have been actually working with rare earth elements, and I have come to a point by reading various papers that most of the people in the world are running behind clean energy sources, and they are trying to find cheap material, to get cheaper materials for therapies or sensing and many other applications. Then I was thinking, why am I running behind the rare materials which are very costly? And most of the world is not even ready to accept these materials. But after these sessions and after having one-to-one interactions with all of them, I'm happy to say that I will be able to continue my work with these materials, and who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to find some detectors for finding radioactive elements. So right now I take this opportunity to thank all the scientists who have inspired me, and Professor Dinda, convener, Dr. Samal sir, Dr. Sabita Patel ma'am, co-conveners of the workshop, Department of Chemistry, NIT Rourkela, for organizing such a great and successful event which has motivated us to think to go into the fields of nuclear sciences. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosa. Now I next request Naresh Behra, founder of New Divine Research and Development, to speak his experience.
Namaskar to all, to our gurus, and good afternoon to my all brothers and sisters present over here. Myself, Naresh Behra, completed my diploma in mechanical engineering from Government Polytechnic Samalpur, my batch 2015 to 2018, and currently I am having two startups. One is New Divine Research and Development, where I do research about solid rocket fuel, sounding rockets, and suborbital satellites. And another, my one startup is Gadget Rehour, where we refurbish, repair electronics items, especially in laptop, desktop computer, and mobile phones. And we also provide vocational training to our students about refurbishment and repairing our electronics items in the aim to tackle the growing problem of e-waste. I am very thankful to NIT Rourkela, BRNS-IANCAS, IANCS for organizing such a knowledgeable workshop on NSAR. As from the keynote of the first day starting of workshop, we see that we need to less down our carbon footprints, and we need more efficient and more sustainable power plants for our energy sector. We also see that we need more nuclear power plant setups in our country. Well, I also got shocked that in public there is so much rumors and that fear going on about that nuclear power plants and radiation. That also I watched the videos of the Jadugoda and the jeep burning incident in Andhra Pradesh while that radioactive mining that's going on. Well, I want to say that this workshop created a knowledge lamp that will definitely sweep away this myth of darkness and unseasoned fears of this radiation. And I also thinking that um, one day we will also achieve that net zero carbon target emission, that will reduce our carbon footprints, that our young generation will do it, nobody will do it. If we insist on it, we will make new technologies and make things better, we will, can make our world better place. And I have a talk with Sir D.P. Ratha that कि अभी जो कर रहे हैं, जो भी हमारा अर्थ को जो कर रहे हैं, देखिए इतना पालन पोषण करके हमारे सिविलाइजेशन को आगे ले गया, वाह, अभी जो स्थिति में है हम लोग इतना पहुँचे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली हमको अर्थ सपोर्ट किया, हमारा जो क्लाइमेटिक फेवरेबल था इतना हमको सपोर्ट किया। तो फिर जैसे कि देखते हैं कि हमारा जो माँ जो रहते हैं घर को, बहुत जैसे रहता है कि बूढ़ा बूढ़ी हो जाने से पूछते नहीं है, घर में छोड़ देते हैं, बचपन से बड़ा करके आ गया, अभी बूढ़ा बूढ़ी होने से छोड़ देते हैं, बहुत जगह ऐसे देखे हैं। तो अर्थ के साथ भी ठीक वैसे ही हो रहा है, अर्थ हमको इतना पालन पोषण करके हमको बड़ा कर दिया, हमारे सिविलाइजेशन को आगे ले गया, बट अभी क्या कर रहे हैं कि हम सस्टेनेबल नहीं देख रहे हैं, बस अपना जैसे यूज टू अपना जैसे लाइफस्टाइल है, ठीक है, उसको जी ले, हो गया, अर्थ के ऊपर और केयर नहीं दे रहे, इधर प्लास्टिक फेंक दे रहे हैं, स्विच लाइट्स ऑफ नहीं कर रहे, एनर्जी के उतना केयर नहीं ले रहे हैं। तो ये सब हम यंग जनरेशन अगर नहीं देखें तो और कौन देखेगा, हमको ये सब देखना पड़ेगा। और इसके बारे में सोच के आप इतना मीन्स ये NIT ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट में ऐसे मीन्स बहुत यहीं पे आगे डेवलप किया जा सकता है इसके बारे में। हम तो डिप्लोमा बैकग्राउंड से हुए, हम जितना हो सके हम अर्थ के लिए करते हैं, और आप हमारा जो ब्रदर सिस्टर है, हम जानते हैं कि और भी आगे रिसर्च करके इसको सॉल्व आउट कर सकते हैं। और आज जैसे सर ये वाटर रिन्यूएबल रिसोर्स के ऊपर जो मैनेजमेंट की बात कर रहे थे, हम यूथ फॉर वाटर के ऊपर मेंबर हैं, जो कि यूनिसेफ का एक ग्रुप है, और डेफिनेटली आपका जो प्रेजेंटेशन हम शेयर करेंगे ग्रुप में, ताकि और दूसरे यूथ को इंस्पायर हो सके कि ऐसे ऐसे चीज़ है, उसके ऊपर क्या किया जा सकता है। तो थैंक यू, नमस्कार।
Thank you, Naresh, for sharing your lovely experience. I now request Sweta Kassav, final year student of Integrated MSc, to come and speak a few words.
A very warm and pleasant welcome to the Honorable Chief Guest, guest lecturers, the coordinator, guest attendees, and the attendees of the workshop. I am highly delighted to get this opportunity to express my views regarding the workshop. The workshop had been a great successful in eliminating the fear and the way we linked radioisotopes directly to cancers, and how much fear we have been implemented since our childhood, and how the global condition is in the world, and how the trends are changing towards a net zero carbon emission, and how we can successfully utilize it from a renewable source, and the use of nuclear reactors and nuclear sources, and the actual scene and story behind the nuclear reactions and the waste management. The evidential fact about the World War IIs, the Hiroshima-Nagasaki incident, and the Chernobyl experiment, the following nuclear accidents, and the main damage in those areas is mainly due to the mob transfer. Mainly due to the mob transfer and the fear. One of the most interesting facts of the one of the most important facts of the discussion was that how we can utilize the low dose radioactive elements for being useful in our day-to-day life, and finding its application in the medical fields, converting it for the treatment of several medical conditions, including pneumonia, HIV, AIDS, etc. And how people who have been already in this field and who are affected from radioactivity are still living a happy life and free from cancer.
one of the most fascinating facts about which I get to know in the session is the basic principle behind all these things and how one can utilize this field effectively to make India a greater sovereign and give it a good global position leader. And how even a nuclear, because we have to make it accessible to common people also, and we have to make it understand how we can make it accessible and how it's safe for the common people. And for that, we should organize such type of workshops also in the rural areas and the urban areas, and we should make them understand that these are just safe things and how the nuclear reactor setups and all these things can lead and can generate employment, food, and can boom the other industries of the society. And with this, I would like to conclude my speech with the famous saying, which I copied from the session itself, that poison is present in every way, just the doses matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Sweta. I now request Mr. Prabhat Kumar Swai, Assistant Professor, Satya Sai Engineering College, Balasore, to speak a few words.
Very good afternoon, one and all present over here. Respected dignitaries present on the dais, respected invitees, speakers, those are coming from BRC, respected Professor Dinda, Dr. Saroj Samal, other delegates, fellow participants, student friends, electronics and print media. Really, I feel very privileged to be part of this 5 days workshop. Actually, I came here as a layman, I came to here to learn something from nuclear science. Actually, what is going on in nuclear science around over the year? Actually, I came to learn something. I think you people also do same here. In fact, this 5 days workshop I think is a very wonderful workshop. It is organized by the leadership of Professor Rupam Dinda as a convener. Really, I must say I am very thankful to Professor Rupam Dinda and Dr. Saroj Samal and Madam. For them, I am participating in this workshop, and really they did a very wonderful job. And it is a very, I think, one of the wonderful workshops I attended earlier days in this campus. And all the hospitals they provided, starting from guest house to and other facility and volunteers, what they are doing, I think, very nicely here. Really. The volunteers and the anchor also doing very good job here. All are because they did very excellent arrangement for all kind of support to the participants, those are present over here. And apart from this, I must say about something about this workshop, what we learn, what we will get from here, like a take-home message from this 5 days workshop. If you consider, starting from the keynote speaker, Dr. A.K. Nayak, actually he pointed that day some of the serious issue of the society. It is necessary. Actually, we have to think, apart from our, what Professor directors are told that day, apart from our academic excellence, what we do for ourselves or for our institution, we have to think about our society. Society is very, I think, important thing for us. We have to think, because time has changed, we have to think society, for society. Through this discussion, through this 5 days discussion, we can contribute something for society by taking nuclear science or radioisotopes and several technologies, how we can benefit society. If you consider one student here told, and sir also today, Pont sir also highlighted some of the challenges in front of. So we have to think about this. How much taking serious about to quiz and other things, we have to think about these serious issues also, because it is necessary for tomorrow. Because tomorrow we need affordable, reliable and sustainable power. It is necessary. We can get this kind of things, this kind of power from this nuclear science, because if you consider last 50 years, if last 50 years we use what amount of nuclear power, it can reduce, I think, 60 gigatons carbon dioxide emission, which is, we can say, about 2 years of use of global energy by emission. You see how useful, how helpful is nuclear power. And Pons are now told, and some other speakers also that telling there is some on-season fear of radiation, of course, but listening this kind of lecture, we can think about our society. And people can more aware about this nuclear science and radiation and other things. And a lot of science discussed here, because really I learned many things. I came for this. Okay, I learned many things, because a lot of science about, you see, clinical. One of the beautiful lecture was given by Professor Basu, clinical nuclear medicine. You see, clinical nuclear medicine can contribute for expanding, for contributing, for strengthening, for optimizing new research and practice in nuclear medicine. And sir gave a beautiful talk, I think, that day, because it is pure, hardcore biology, but it is very necessary for us. And sir also, Sudipta Chakravarti sir gave nuclear medicine and radioisotopes, and Professor Pant. Professor Pant also gave today morning, the lecture is very scientific lecture. It is necessary. I told sir it is a 2-hour lecture. It should be, audience should be bigger audience. We need bigger audience. This kind of lecture needs bigger audience, because it is an adverse area of a lecture. All kind of people can attend. Even say an engineer, a biologist, or a chemist, or physicist, mathematician, all kind of people can attend that kind of lecture, and it is necessary for society. And his lecture is a bigger challenge for the society, because tomorrow we meet this kind of problem, and we will solve this kind of problem. Starting from the port, how to choose the suitable point for sludge dumping, and water management, how to detect the source of water from underground, and other several techniques he told in the industry and water, because water industry is a tomorrow challenge for us. Water is the, you see, after 20 or 30, I think maybe 2030 or 2050, there is a crisis of energy, because that crisis of energy is, maybe it is very danger for us. That's why Dr. A.K. Naik sir mentioned that day we have to think about how to do global net zero emission. India is thinking 2070, but the world is thinking how to do it in 2030 or 2050. If we cannot do this kind of, take as challenge this kind of problem, then there will be a problem. Because we cannot, you see, after 30 years we cannot laugh happily. You understand? Because if the globe is covered by carbon dioxide, you cannot take breathing and other things happily. It is also like more danger than corona. You see, that's why nuclear science is one of the great tool to help how to reduce carbon dioxide, and also how to use the sustainable and reliable power in coming decades. And really, I think I most thankful to the organizing team, Professor Rupam Dinda and Dr. Saroj Samuel, Madam, and his team. They are doing very brilliant work to giving a good kind of science, good kind of knowledge to the participants. It is necessary, because whatever discussed here is not a small thing. Other people that taking nuclear science is not good like this. It is necessary. You see, if you think seriously, whatever things are discussed here very necessary. Okay, everybody can take challenge. If you see carbon dioxide emission is a challenge, or water resource as a management as a challenge, and how to reduce temperature by 1.5 to 4.5. These are challenge. These can all kind of people can do. Metallurgy people can do. Chemistry people can. It is also research. We cannot do always inorganic research, organic research, and other research like this. Okay, I think it is necessary for us to attend. It is necessary for us to attend such kind of workshop in near future. We hope we can attend such kind of workshop near future by organized by Professor Rupam Dinda. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor Rupam Dinda to speak a few words on NASA 2022.
So we are we'll take hardly 5 minutes. We know that we are approaching towards lunch. And at the very end, we'll give you the prize money for the winners. So let me just finish. And my colleague, Professor Samuel, will give you the vote of thanks. So good noon to all who were present over there. And my great privilege not to welcome, to accept our request and to be present over here, the guest of honor of this valedictory function of 5 days program, Dr. H.J. Pant, Head of Isotope and Radiation Application Division, BARC, Mumbai. My co-host, Professor Dr. Chakraborty, the coordinator of this workshop from BARC side. My colleagues, Professor Samuel, Professor Patel, and my other colleagues who were present from our institute and the other nearby institutions, and my students. So we just at the end of this program of last 5 days series of 16 lectures and 3 laboratory sessions, and I hope as an organizer, as a team, we could able to create the platform by which all the participants, mostly the students of our institute and also the nearby institutes, so they could find out the opportunity to share, to learn, firstly to learn the things that is mostly whichever the topic we have covered in this particular platform, like the application, nuclear science and the applications of radioisotopes. And I believe by that time, after listening all the 16 lectures and especially the keynote speech by Dr. Nayak and today's speech by Dr. Pant, so we don't have, I believe, we are not in that position what we were earlier before we meet in this particular workshop. Like as my students and speakers, Dr. Pant already mentioned, there is no need to again highlight on that, like what is the benefit, what is the applications in every sector of our society, like in science, engineering, healthcare, food technology, agriculture, everywhere now the applications and benefit of nuclear science and the applications of radioisotope. And mostly I'm happy that my students like Roja and Seta and Naresh also from outside participants, then Dr. Swai, and so you have nicely explained that what are the benefits of such type of workshop, or also you took some challenges like what you would like to do in future, as like we all know, as mentioned by our keynote speaker and our guest of this event today, like you are the basically the ambassador, so you have to take this thing to go ahead, such that we are the common man, that because the main objective of this particular workshop of the IANCAS BRNS people is like to promote the nuclear science, or to let the all common people know what is the benefit of the nuclear science. Rather, we have whatever we are very much scary. We have a fear about that radiation and others exposure. That is not actually like that, but we have lot of things to do with the help of this nuclear science things. And I am happy to accept the proposal given by Dr. Chakraborty that I would be happy, my colleague, my team, that we would in near future, maybe from the next semesters, we would try to include this lab sessions as a curriculum part of our BTech students, and as well as the first year integrated MSc students as a lab. And as a workshop, like conducting workshop, some of like Roja mentioned and Sweta also. So our department, on behalf of the department and team, we are regularly organizing such type of workshop. And from my side, so this is my third workshop in last 5 years. So where we could able to organize such type of lecture workshop, or like lecture as well as technical part discussion or laboratory session. So we would be happy to organize some more for your better understanding and knowledge. And so I will not going to take more time. So I will stop with a quote by Albert Einstein, like for the students. Curiosity is more important than knowledge because curiosity leads to learn more. If science has to grow, the younger generation, who are the future of the country, should take up the challenge. So thank you all. And so after the vote of thanks by my colleagues, so we'll distribute the prize money to the winners of the quiz competition. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our co-convener, Professor Samal sir, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. And good afternoon, one and all. So let us give a big round of applause for our anchor, Pratiksha. So she has done a wonderful job. So it's a great pleasure for me to extend the vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who really work hard to make the 5-day BRNS-IANCAS National Workshop successful. At the very outset, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank INCS to provide us the opportunity to conduct this workshop at NIT Rourkela. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank all the distinguished speakers for very informative talks on both fundamentals of nuclear science and their applications in various areas. I am sure that these talks definitely have broadened the knowledge of all the participants on nuclear science and its applications in various areas. And also, thank you again all the distinguished speakers for wonderful talks. I would also thank to all the associated scientific officers and staffs BRC for very interesting and fruitful practical sessions. It is really helpful and understand lots of practical things from this practical session. We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Director, Professor K. Uma Maheswar Rao, for his continuous support and encouragement to organize such kind of events. We are also thankful to today's guest of honor, Dr. H.J. Pant, Head of Isotope and Radiation Applications Division, BARC, Mumbai, for his valuable time to grace the occasion, and also for very, very interesting talk on various applications of radioisotopes in various areas. Thank you, sir. We are thankful to our head, Department of Chemistry, Professor Priyavrat Das, for his continuous support to make this event successful. We are also thankful to our all faculty colleagues and staffs from Department of Chemistry, and also faculty colleagues from other departments, NIT Rourkela, who have directly or indirectly supported us to conduct this workshop successfully. I'd like to express special thanks to head and staffs of ANCTEL for live streaming the inaugural and valedictory session, Head Computer Center, PIC Central AC Facility, and their respective teams for providing uninterrupted services at this venue. We also extend our acknowledgement to our Public Relation Officer, Mistress Archana Gupta, for her effort for wide publicity of this event. We extend our thankfulness to Dean Alumni Relation for financial contribution under the banner of Diamond Jubilee celebration of NIT Rourkela. We are also thankful to our valued sponsors, without whom this event cannot be possible: IR Technology, Tospin Analyticals, Sun Medico, Others Chemicals, SKP, Hindustan Traders for financial support. I sincerely extend my heartfelt thanks to all the student volunteers for making this event successful. Without them, it would have not been possible to conduct this kind of program successfully. So let us give them a big round of applause again for their hard work. Our heartfelt thanks to all the student volunteers. Thank you very much. So last but not the least, we thank all the participants for their enthusiastic participation to make the workshop more effective and interesting, as without them, this workshop cannot be successful. So the INCS workshop definitely enriches the understanding and also broaden the knowledge of all the participants on radioactivity, radioisotope, and its applications in various aspects. So thank you all once again to make this event successful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for acknowledging all for their work. Now I request Rupam sir to give up upon the prizes to the quiz winners.
Group C.
So I would now request the winner of this today's quiz competition on our workshop topic. So Group C is the winner of today's competition. So I would request the member of the Group C to come over to the stage and to receive your cash prize of rupees 2,000. Take a snap. Okay. So next, the runner-up of this Group E, the runner-up of this competition. So please come up to the stage to receive your cash prize of rupees 1,000. So, okay, let us congratulate the winners and runner-up. And we are sorry, so other groups also performed very good. But due to shortage of fund, it was not possible to give you the prize. So we are almost at the end of the event. So I would now request all the participants who were present over there, you please come up to the stage for group photographs. So at the end of the group photographs, we'll announce the event close. Please come to the dais. All of you. We'll have a group photographs. Please. So that is a part of this workshop. You please come. जितना भी होगा चेयर पे volunteers chair को हटाओ sir just 2 minutes और 2 चेयर है, टोटल 7 चेयर चाहिए, 7. सामने फुट बैठ जाओ, गर्ल्स यू कैन सीट इन द फ्रंट. नहीं वो लोग बैठ
अनु जगह नहीं है ना।
दादा दादा मधु को आगे ले लो। दादा आप ना एंगल में हो जाओ, आप टेढ़े हो जाओ।
कैमरामैन को देखेंगे ना कि नीचे कोई बैठे तो कुछ बोल नहीं रहा है कि आएगा कि नहीं।